this so-called respect for marriage bill actually does is wage an assault on religious liberty. I spoke with Senator Ted Cruz about the implications of this bill on our Verdict Plus series, The Cloakroom, and this is what the senator had to say.
This bill, without a religious liberty protection, would have massive consequences across our country, weaponizing the Biden administration to go and target universities, K through 12 schools, social service organizations, churches, and strip them all of their tax-exempt status.
So this is where some Republicans, and when I say Republicans, remember, Republicans, I'm talking about elected officials. Conservatives, I'm talking about you and me. So some Republican elected officials are completely naive, stupid to the fact that tolerance, as the left defines the term, is not tolerance the way that the dictionary would define it or the way that you and I understand it. Tolerance is not simply a live and let live. Let someone live their life and let me live my life. No harm, no foul. That is not how the left defines tolerance, because I think all of us conservatives and those of us who are religious people have a very tolerant worldview. In fact, if you want to shack up, commit your life, be in a relationship with someone of the same sex, okay, you can do that. It's not in alignment with my biblical worldview, but you certainly have a right to do that. You shouldn't be persecuted or prosecuted for doing that. That, I think, is the viewpoint of the conservative movement. But that is not what the left means by tolerance. What the left means when they say tolerance is they mean you will be made to care. This is one of my favorite phrases. Eric Erickson coined it, and I think it encapsulates what the left is trying to do in our nation with their radical leftist ideology. They're not just trying to convince you that they're correct. They're not trying to expose children or youth, the next generation, college students, to their life, their worldview, so that those young people latch onto that worldview and become Democrats when they're adults. No. The left's version of tolerance means that they will look you in the eye and they will say, this is what I believe, that men can be women, that women can be men, that biological men should be allowed to go in women's bathrooms and locker rooms, that 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 7-year-olds who say that they're the opposite sex should be put on medication, puberty blockers, that 16-year-old girls with healthy breasts and healthy uterus should have those brutally removed in surgery. And they're not just looking at you in the eye and saying that. They're saying, not only do you have to accept this, you must celebrate it. And if you don't actively work to celebrate this, if you don't participate in this, then we will cancel you. That's what the left means when they use the word tolerance. That's the danger of a bill like this, because it's not just codifying equal rights under the law for people with same-sex attraction. It's not just preventing persecution of gay people in our country. It's the left looking at churches that teach a biblical worldview, looking at religious universities, looking at Christian or Catholic adoption agencies, and saying to them, if you continue to hold your biblical worldview on the definition of marriage as between one man and one woman, we will cancel you. We will target you legally. You will lose your capacity to operate in the public forum. You will be stopped. You will be ended. The good work that you do isn't worth it because you have not done what we're trying to force you to do, which is to celebrate our ideology, not just allow us to live it.